Okay, Mr. Phobes here. This is going to be a little video on how to save your files for the Chromatic Transparency, both for print and to how to post on Blackboard. So just a little review here. I'm doing the 16 by 10 format, and I chose the problem where I'm going to have one hue that's common to two sides of the design. So I've chosen this red flame, and that's common to both sides, the split complement and the analogous. The split complement from the red is, if we go from the red up to the cyan, it's the cyan green and cyan blue. So I have a tint of cyan green and a shade of cyan blue, and then the prismatic of red. The analogous colors I chose from the red were uh, red magenta, red, and orange. Um, so what I'm going to do here is, you can see I've saved all these. It's done. These were my little studies that I used to merge these hues, and this was the study to generate these hues. So I don't really need any of this stuff. So I'm going to save it for print. So I need to select the artboard icon. And one of the things I had done is, when I originally did it, it really wasn't coming off the picture plane, so I selected the entire object and expanded a little bit. So now it's going to kind of cut this off, and it's be a little bit better in terms of open form composition. All right, so I've already saved this as an Illustrator file, so I'm good. So I'm going to first save this for print. So I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to go, just going to call it Firewater, and then I'm going to save it as a PDF. And then I don't want to use all the artboards. I want to use a range, and I'm just going to use number 1. I'm going to hit save, and this little dialog is going to come up. And the one thing that I need to do is flatten this, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go to where it says Standard, and then I'm going to hit PDFX 210. This will flatten it and make it easier for the printer. And then I'm going to go Save PDF. Okay, that just means that I can't edit it, which is fine. I've got it set so the preview comes up immediately. That's what it's going to look like. Looks like I needed to come over a little bit. There's a little white line there, but that'll be fine. I'll just trim that off once it's printed. So that looks good. Now I want to save it for the Blackboard. So I'm going to go File, and I'm going to go Export. I'm sorry, there we go. File, Export, and I'm going to go Save for Web Legacy. Don't export it as a JPEG, because that's going to be too large, and it's also going to be exported as CMYK. What's nice is being saved for Web Legacy is it automatically saves it in RGB, which is what we need to post to Blackboard. All right, so just make sure when you do this, what may happen is that you might see it as default to a GIF or a PNG file. Make sure it's a JPEG, because that's the only file that Blackboard will recognize. What's nice is you can see that it compresses it to something that's 1152 wide, and remember, our rule is we don't want anything larger than 1200 pixels, so this is going to be absolutely perfect. And then just hit save, and save it to the desktop, and I'm going to call this, I'm going to rename this and then I'm going to save, and that's good. You post it in Blackboard the way you would any other file, and when we post it in Blackboard, post it at 500 pixels wide. That's it.